So I originally planned to do a video that wasn't First Descendant related, and then after that do a video talking about how I feel about the Blood and Iron nerf after God knows how many days, weeks, months has went by already that this nerf was added into the game for Dr. Woman, aka Glade. That's who I call Dr. Woman, so leave me alone. I decided to put those on the back burner real quick because of this patch. Before I get into it though, like and subscribe. I know it's slow, so my bad. I've been doing a lot of different things, so videos haven't really been a thing to be looking at the moment for me. But yeah, gonna get straight into it. So the game came out with a patch today that does a lot of changes, improvements. Now I did play around in the game when this patch came out because I wanted to try some shit, but to start off with this whole thing that I like from this patch has to be the fact that the shadow, when you're dashing on elevated terrain, it does not act like it doesn't want to go anywhere. So I was basically happy on that part because every time I would use the dash on anywhere that had even the slightest elevation, I basically would just get put into a stop without even going anywhere. Like the amount of times that got me packed up was honestly annoying, I'm not gonna lie to you. But overall though, the elevation fix is something that I fucks with a lot. I fucks with it heavy. But the reason why I'm making this video is because of this one thing that they did with Dr. Woman that basically killed the entire build for me until they do something about it like they said they would. And what I'm talking about today is the dual sticks. Now what do I mean by the dual sticks? When it came down to approving Daya for her stuff, they basically added a dual stick thing, which doesn't have settings to at the moment. What this does is the left and right stick can now be controlled to look around when you activate Daya's fourth ability. And it was very problematic for people because you can't move forward when you activate the ability. Even when you're about to go and activate it, you have to get off the stick to activate it. Not because it's blocking it from being activated, but because when you activate it and you're still moving forward, you're going to immediately aim upward. It's just another option to be able to look around without having to try and insta swap to the right stick whenever you activate her fourth ability. Now they did this with Dr. Woman. I've experienced this problem myself when I was playing around with what they did with this patch. As I was playing, I noticed that every time I activated the fourth ability, I would basically just immediately shoot upward. And it took me a minute to recognize that, oh damn, this is that. You know what I'm saying? It makes her difficult for absolutely no reason. Because before this patch came out, and it was still just only the nerf that happened to Rampage and all that, I liked the fact that I was able to cancel it out whenever I wanted to by just simply moving forward. The way I have my build set up is that I have crazy amounts of cooldown. Basically force cancel it whenever I needed to move somewhere else. Like if I need to dash somewhere real quick, or if I need to just move to a different spot real quick to avoid getting pelted by a bunch of shit that I'm already getting pelted by. I did accidentally cancel it out a good couple times. That did eventually get me pelted into the ground, but that was just a mistake and I was pretty aware of it, and it was still cool because it wouldn't cancel out immediately if you still was on the stick when you activated the ability until maybe like a second goes by. But yeah, that whole thing for me was as perfect as it can be. But with this change to the fourth ability basically being the same as Daya but worse, it makes her feel annoying and difficult for absolutely no reason. Having it on both sticks is too complicated, and especially when you don't have an option to set it to a specific stick so that the other one is not in the way. And I just don't know why they would include this and not include the toggles and stuff that would be necessary to have this work properly, because now you're forced to either roll, which can still mess you up depending on where you're looking, or let the ability finish itself out and risk getting pelted in a standstill. It's basically just an unnecessary change, considering that there's still nothing to do with changing the sticks so that won't be a problem. Now this is only for controller players. I haven't heard anyone on keyboard have this problem, and I haven't seen anyone on keyboard have this problem, and I can only hope that the solution comes sooner rather than later. Other than that though, that's really all I wanted to say. I understand that this video is most likely not going to be received well by either the people that play this game for a living or the people that take this game way too serious, no matter which way they take this game too serious, because I'm pointing out a negative that really shouldn't be in the game, at least not with a proper way to use it that don't involve messing up the gameplay for you. Because at the end of the day, I still like the game, I still enjoy the game, and I'm still gonna play it even after this, unless it gets to a point where they never fix this and every single character that comes out, or even characters that get an improvement or an adjustment of some kind, just ends up with the same issue going on. No matter how you look at it, it's still gonna be a problem, even if it's not considered a problem in your eyes. But yeah, that's about it, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.